Good evening, everyone. This is John Caldwell here with the results of NXT Takeover Wargames 2 for all of you who missed it. It just wrapped up a couple of moments ago from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Let's go ahead and get right into the results. On the pre-show, Matt Riddle joined the panel. He got the crowding chanting "Bro." Cassius Ohno interrupted and promised to expose Riddle in 1 second flat. Riddle used to think Ohno was cool, but he's just bitter. Riddle walked off as the crowd chanted "Bro." Sam Roberts pointed out they have a match next Wednesday. Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson welcomed everyone to the main show. Suddenly Matt Riddle's music hit and he came down to the ring. Ranallo acted surprised and noted this isn't on the format sheet. The crowd erupted in a loud "Bro" chant and went crazy for him. He said he doesn't have a match on the show tonight and the fans booed. Riddle doesn't want to wait until Wednesday and called Ohno out. He said there are 2 rings and he's going to knock out Ohno in both. Ohno came out and said Riddle's too stupid to know he's not supposed to be out here. Ohno accepted and jumped in the ring. Riddle beat Ohno in just mere seconds. Literally, it didn't even last but just maybe 2 or 3 seconds. The bell rang and Ohno tried to jump Riddle, but Riddle knocked him out with a knee for a very, very quick win. Our next match was for the NXT Women's Championship between NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane in the 2 out of 3 falls match. This was a good match with a very hot crowd. Sane nailed Baszler with a dropkick in the corner when the bell rang. Sane was on fire early and rocked Baszler with a forearm off the apron. Jessamyn Duke and Marina Schaefer ran out. They attacked Sane and beat her down. They threw her back in the ring and Baszler locked on the choke to win the first fall. Baszler nailed Sane with a knee at the start of the second fall for a 2 count. Baszler was firmly in control, but Sane fired back. Baszler went for the choke, but Sane scored for a near fall. In a crazy spot, Baszler attempted a suplex on the apron, but Sane reversed it into a sick-looking DDT. It looked absolutely awesome. Sane hit an elbow off the top to the floor on the free heels. Sane won the second fall with the insane elbow. Sane was on fire to start the third fall. They traded shots on the top turnbuckle. Baszler attempted a gut-wrench suplex, but Sane countered into a powerbomb for a close near fall. Sane went up for a second elbow, but Duke and Schaefer interfered. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai ran out to even the odds. Shirai hit an awesome-looking moonsault on Kai, Duke, and Schaefer. In the ring, Sane went for the elbow, but Baszler caught her and rolled her up for the win. Very, very great match between those 2 women. Also, X-Pac was shown sitting at ringside with his dog and got a very nice reaction from the crowd. Our next match was Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano. This was an awesome match. It had lots of fast-paced and hard-hitting action. They had a long stare down and met in the middle of the ring. Gargano slapped Black. Black rocked him with a boot to the face. Gargano went for a plancha, but Black nailed hit with a kick. Gargano sat cross-legged in the ring, imitating Black. Black gained control and sent Gargano to the floor. Black teased the dive but did the moonsault into his cross-legged pose. Gargano jumped in the ring and nailed Black with a super kick for a near fall. Black rocked Gargano with another kick, sending him to the floor. He followed up with a huge dive. He tripped up Gargano and hit double knees. He then hit a springboard moonsault for a 2 count. Black attempted a moonsault to the floor, but Gargano jumped in the ring. He hit a suicide dive into a DDT on the floor. He hit a second DDT in the ring for a near fall. They traded kicks, super kicks, and clotheslines. Gargano hit a reversed hurricanrana, but Black fired back with a flying knee. Gargano attempted to spear through the ropes, but Black rocked him with a knee. Black hit a flurry of offense and hit a German suplex for a close near fall. Gargano locked on the Gargano escape, but Black countered into a pin for a 2 count. Gargano sent Black headfirst into the second turnbuckle. Gargano set up for the super kick, but Black put his hand up. He did his pose in the middle of the ring and asked for Gargano's best shot. The crowd went absolutely nuts for this. They traded shots in the middle of the ring. Black went for a springboard moonsault, but Gargano pushed him to the floor. In a crazy spot, Gargano went for a suicide dive, but Black blasted him with a knee to the face. Black stood in the ring and Gargano crawled to his feet. He asked Black to put him out of his misery. Black set up for the Black Mass, but Gargano rolled him up for a near fall. Gargano locked on the Gargano escape again. Black countered into a pin for a 2 count. Black hit 2 sick-looking knees. Black hit the Black Mass, but held up Gargano. He hit a second Black Mass for the win. in an awesome match. Our next match was even more awesome, the NXT Championship match between NXT Champion Tommaso Ciampa and the Velveteen Dream. This right here, honest to God, is one of my favorite matches of the year and one of my favorite matches now of all time. This was really great. Dream came out dressed similarly to Hollywood Hogan in black, white, and purple gear. The fans loved Dream and went crazy for him. On the other hand, they really hate Ciampa. Dream backed Ciampa in the corner and Ciampa messed with his hair. Dream slapped Ciampa in the face. You just don't touch the hair of the Velveteen Dream. Ciampa took Dream's Hollywood headband and mocked him. Dream gained the advantage and took over. Dream hit a standing dropkick and double axe handle off the top. Dream put the headband back on and hit a big boot. He teased doing Hogan's leg drop, but Ciampa rolled out of the ring. Dream hit a crossbody to the floor. Ciampa shoved Dream off the rope to the floor to take over. Ciampa hit a vicious knee in the corner and followed up with a hangman's neck breaker, sending Dream to the floor. Ciampa slowed the pace down and wore down Dream. Dream fired back and hit a neck breaker. Dream hit the big boot and 3 leg drops to a huge pop. He had a spine buster for a near fall, and then Dream worked over Ciampa's leg. Dream applied the figure 4 leg lock around the ring post, shades of Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. He then applied the figure 4 in the ring, but Ciampa made the ropes. Ciampa attempted a suplex, but Dream countered. Dream gave Ciampa a suplex to the floor. Dream went for a super kick, but Ciampa moved. Ciampa rolled up Dream using the tights, but the referee caught him. Dream hit a super kick and rolling DDT for a very close near fall. Dream went for a move off the top turnbuckle, but Ciampa caught him with a knee. Ciampa hit the Project Ciampa for another close near fall. Ciampa tried to use the belt, but the referee stopped him. Dream hit the twisting DDT on the belt for a near fall. I literally thought it was over right then and there. Ciampa then hit the draping DDT for a 2 count. He set up the draping DDT off the apron, but Dream pushed him over the announce table. On commentary, Ronaldo called Ciampa a sick SOB. Ciampa might have heard because he turned around and went after Ronaldo. Dream hit the rolling DDT on the floor and hit the elbow for a close near fall. Ciampa was hanging off the apron and Dream attempted a second elbow. Ciampa moved and Dream crashed hard onto the floor. Ciampa then hit the draping DDT in between the rings on the steel covering for the win. After the match, Dream was knocked out in the middle of the ring. Ciampa crawled over and kissed Dream's cheek. What an incredible match, and like I said, definitely has to go down as one of the matches of the year and one of my favorite matches of all time. Thank you, Tommaso Ciampa. Thank you, Velveteen Dream. That was just simply amazing. Nita Strauss was also shown sitting at ringside for Takeover Wargames 2. Shortly after Nita Strauss was shown, it was time for the main event. The War Games match. Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders. Hanson and Rowe taking on the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Escaping the cage, as you know, is an automatic forfeit. The 2 teams are in cages on the ramp. Adam Cole and Ricochet are starting the match. Undisputed Era has the advantage because O'Reilly defeated Hanson last Wednesday. This was a really awesome War Games match. It turned into a wild and crazy match by the end. Cole and Ricochet traded shots in the corner. Ricochet used a head scissors takedown and standing drop kick. He went for a back elbow off the second turnbuckle, but Cole caught him with a backstabber. Ricochet fought back with a running drop kick. Cole rolled into the other ring. Ricochet hit an elbow from ring 2 into ring 1 on Cole. Kyle O'Reilly was the next one in the match and viciously attacked Ricochet. Ricochet ended up in between the rings and fought off both Cole and O'Reilly. O'Reilly gave Ricochet a dragon screw using the ropes. The heels took over and wore down Ricochet. Pete Dunne wanted to enter next, but Hanson stopped him and ran down. Hanson ran wild on the heels. He hit an incredible cartwheel clothesline on Cole. Hanson then hit a series of running clotheslines on Cole and O'Reilly in opposite corners. He followed up with a Bronco Buster on both guys. I bet you X-Pac loved that one. Ricochet hit a shooting star press off of Hanson's back on O'Reilly. Roderick Strong was the next guy in for Undisputed Era. Strong hit running knees on the faces. He then hit a series of backbreakers on Ricochet. The heels took over and were firmly in control. The fans broke into a loud Undisputed chant. Pete Dunne wanted to enter again, but Rowe stopped him and ran out. Rowe hit a flurry of offense on the heels. Rowe hit a combo power slam / power bomb on Strong and O'Reilly. The War Raiders threw Cole headfirst into the cage like a dart. Bobby Fish was out next for Undisputed Era. Instead of going into the ring, he went after Pete Dunne in his cage. Fish used a lock from his cage on Dunne's cage to ensure he couldn't leave the cage. Fish then threw the key away. Ronaldo pointed out War Games only starts when all guys are in the match. The Undisputed Era viciously beat the faces with chairs that had their logo on it. What about that? Pete Dunne was the final entrant, but the referee couldn't open the second lock. The heels continued their beatdown in the ring. The referees finally opened the cage with bolt cutters, and as Jim Ross would say, "By God, they got the bolt cutters!" The heels tried to block the door, but Dunne used a kendo stick. Dunne brought in trash cans and tables. The crowd went crazy for that. The faces gained the advantage. They beat the heels with kendo sticks, chairs, and chains. Hanson put a trash can on Cole's head and put him in the corner. Rowe then picked up Hanson and ran him into Cole. Rowe slammed Hanson onto O'Reilly in between the rings. The Undisputed Era surrounded Dunne. Dunne fired up and took out all four heels. Dunne got a knee bar on Fish, but O'Reilly broke it up. He then tried to tie up Dunne in the chain. Dunne fought back, but Fish hit him with the chair. O'Reilly applied the ankle lock using the chain. The Undisputed Era stopped the faces from saving Dunne. Hanson tossed Ricochet over the top rope to the other ring to break it up. Fish speared Rowe through a table set up between the rings on the apron. Cole went for a superplex but ended up in the Tree of Woe. Ricochet set up O'Reilly on the table, but he got the armbar. Hanson splashed O'Reilly through the table for a near fall. Cole climbed up to the very top of the cage. Ricochet chased after him and they traded shots on the top of the cage. Strong climbed up and they tried to push Ricochet out to win. Dunne tried to superplex Cole off the top. Soon the War Raiders, Strong, Fish, and O'Reilly all got involved in a crazy and incredible powerbomb / suplex spot. Ricochet then hit a huge moonsault off the top of the cage, which was just always incredible to see. The two teams went to separate sides of the cage and met in between on the apron. All 8 guys started brawling. I gotta say, I absolutely laughed my butt off whenever I seen Pete Dunne doing like the sissy slaps. Oh man, that was great. The War Raiders hit the fallout. Hanson then hit a handspring double back elbow on the heels, which was incredible. Ricochet hit a springboard from ring 2 onto ring 1, but Cole nailed him with a super kick. The finish came when Dunne hit the bitter end on Cole and Ricochet hit a 450 splash. Both Dunne and Ricochet pinned Cole for the win. And after the match, Dunne and Ricochet posed on the top of the cage with their belts to end the show. So there you have it. The results of NXT Takeover Wargames 2. I thought it was an awesome show. Not to sound like a mark, but out of a score of 5, I would give it a perfect 5 out of 5. This was just an incredible show from top to bottom. Even the squash match was amazing. I want to congratulate everybody that went out there and busted their butt to entertain the fans, and they done their job. They entertained them. They loved it. They were going crazy. So big congratulations for everybody going out there and doing such a great job. I'm really proud of all the guys and girls of NXT. Man, they just keep upstaging. They just keep upstaging. Also, my apologies if I'm sounding a little bit bad tonight on this report. Please send good vibes and thoughts my way. Earlier today, I found out that my dog of 15 years, Midnight, passed away earlier today, and still feeling the effects of that. I buried her a couple of hours ago, and yeah, it's just real rough for me right now. She was my baby girl, and I'm going to miss her, and she's always going to be my baby girl. So send good vibes and well wishes my way, and Midnight, this update's for you. This update's for you, baby girl. I'll see you here tomorrow for the results of Survivor Series. Until then, this is Jamin Jones saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.